way. However, with the creep, and with it being Zerg and all that, and having a lot of little Zerglings, he's probably going to get there very fast. So anyway, getting his assimilators, so gets more gas for those Colossus, because that means he can only get 1 Colossus per minute. And Josh has just given me a message. And I am going to reply to him, so ignore this. At the minute, just right click on its portrait and press abandon. Okay. So anyway, the Zerg pulling up a new expansion, and Protoss is gonna need some aggression here if he wants to stop the Zerg, because Zerg, if you just leave them, are going to get quite destructive. And building another hatchery in here, so just trying to go for the larvae. It looked like I was playing the campaign the other night. It looked like when I was playing the campaign with these large bases full of creep and all these things being constantly spawned, and like hatcheries in the middle of nowhere. So yeah. Talking about that. Building a spire, so going for mutas, or maybe assuming the Colossus, because that's pretty much what all, yeah, and he sees it as well. That's pretty much what all Protoss do, go Colossus, especially against Zerg, it's quite effective. And look at his creep spread, it's so good. And they're going to try and kill that hatchery, but there's going to be the flanking attack, and they're going to need to get it out of that. Run, little Colossus, run. Because otherwise they're just going to focus fire on him. Get those nice phase disruptors on the roaches, and then try and get that Colossus to live and just take out those Hydras. So he doesn't have the thermal lance by the looks of it. I'll see production. No, he's going to need that thermal lance to be optimum here. They're just going to try and take out... No, okay. The Protoss has won this battle with a very entertaining micro. And 14 Hydralisks on the way. So, yeah. Fun. And creep spread is just plain awesome. I just love this. I love people with good creep spread. But this guy is playing like a proper pro. And so, yeah. We have the little observer. Probably searching for something. Either that or ganking the creep tumors. Which is always good. Oh no. Moving him around. And just seeing what he can find. Both sides appear to be quite low on Vespene and quite extremely high on minerals. This could be a good time to just make a ton of gateways just for the hells of it, because yeah, it's worth a shot. Needs that extended thermal lance. That'd help him so much. Anyway, lots of Hydras here, and the observer following them, so he's gonna know what's gonna happen. And can see them attacking. But is he gonna be prepared? Probably not. Oh, they seem to... Never mind. So just drawing them up the ramp with that Colossus, and then catching them there, absorbing the attacks with the Immortals, and then... he's gonna lose this battle. Nope, nothing he can do about it. I'm trying to run it off the cliff, but it's just not gonna be good enough. Nope, too big a cliff. Accident there. So the Hydras win here. Infinite armies are the trademark of the Zerg. And we have Zerg missile attack level 2 coming out here. Wow. And creep tumors coming out. Loads of minerals, so either he's gonna have to burn that on zealots or build a bunch of gateways for the hell of it. And building more Colossus, which is always nice. Getting extended thermal lance, finally. Okay, good. And getting level 1 ground weapons. Always very good. And these little Zerglings just running around, but it doesn't matter because they can't all attack. so there's no point. And the observer's still following around here. And it looks like they're definitely going for this. Is it? Yeah, it's a high yield. So that's always nice. Seems to be falling behind on his macro a bit. However, does have this extra hatchery, so it won't matter quite so much. And he has a lair. Oh, I thought that was a hive. Big tentacly things coming up. And restarting this expansion. And his creep spread is really good at the moment, just like everywhere. The good thing about creep spread is Protoss or Terran can't build their buildings on the creep spread, so it can be rather annoying for one of them if the whole map is covered. Then it makes it very difficult to expand. So soon he won't be able to expand here, or if he gets really good here. So he'll be basically stuck to 2 expansions, while the Zerg will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's never a good place to be in. Wow, that is a lot of Zerglings. However, we do have 2 Colossus here who are going to burn them up like hell. And they have 15 damage times 2, so they are going to basically one-shot them. And they have Zealot Charge coming out, so that's always going to be fun. And Extended Thermal Lances coming out as well. And they're just going to fry off what they can, and then run back, pull them into the Zealots, and just basically keep on doing that. And that's going to burn like hell. Quite literally, because it's Colossus laser beams. But they... Zerglings aren't bad on Colossus because they can get a huge surround and... Oh, poor little Zealot's gonna die horribly. Surrounded... Oh no! Escapes! Most awesome Zealot in the world. Oh, nah. Second chances? No. Goodbye, Zealot. Swarmed. Just using these Zealots as bait so that he can use these Colossus to fry off absolute swathes of them. But the Zerg is starting up an expansion here. And he does have that spire up, from which he could build not only Mutalisks to harass the nearly non-existent supply line, because that's finished and that's getting mined out, and there's pretty much nowhere else he can expand to except for here, which is soon gonna be coming under attack, and is extremely close to this base here. So at the moment it's gonna be mainly down to micro what's happening, so maybe waiting for this Colossus. Oh, he better attack now because those Corruptors are coming out, and he's gonna need some Stalkers or something anti-air to kill them, but he's just warping in Zealots. And these Colossus are gonna be basically nullified, because it's just not gonna be worth it. But he's getting an infestation pit, so he's probably going for a hive and then getting Broodlords, if he's getting this many Corruptors, because 5 Corruptors is overkill on 3 Colossus. I will look at the units here, and we have 44 Zealots, so a bit more Zealot, one fewer Zealots than Zerglings. 2 Colossus, versus 10 Hydralisks, that's about fair. But, there's the 5 Roach advantage, but we'll call that a bit less. And those Corruptors will mean that these Colossus might not exist. So it's more like 4 Zealots against all of that, which is not very good. However, charge is finishing, and the Protoss is going for an attack. Sorry, my voice is clogging up. So trying to catch it before it gets cancelled, and there's the attack from behind, and is kind of trapped in here. So he's gonna probably use those Zealots to tank, and oh dear, those Corruptors are, look at that. It's not even funny how fast Corruptors can kill those Colossus. They are literally the hardest hard counter that you could possibly imagine. Just trying to run away with them, I assume. But the Corruptors have literally nothing else to do except for pound on them. And also put down corruption. So, oh dear, this is not going well. Not at all. And goodbye. However, there are a lot of Zealots here, and gonna try and take out all those Roaches, which will be very good. Creep spread seems to have stopped a bit, but it doesn't matter so much. And just microwing these Zealots and the roaches here. And just trying to pick them off one by one. Join them into the hydras. The hydras are going to be like little turrets, do loads of damage. Try and surround them with those zealots. In fact, I'll look at units lost at the moment. And actually, Kleiio has lost a lot more units. Not many on the resource count, but that's just because the Zergling's been mowed down by the Colossus. And all these zealots are just going to surround them, and goodbye that whole army. Goodbye. I never liked you. And it's pretty lost for the Zerg at the moment, unless these do some major damage. Because there's these back here. So the Stalkers will take out the Corruptors. There's more Colossus, and there's more Zealots on the way. And there's an absolute ton of Zealots just rampaging around inside their own base, which is never a good place to be. And there's an Overseer, so I don't know. I just decided to remark on that because I was running out of things to say. And I don't know why he built that, and he's not going into a hive, which seems logical, because at the moment he's going to lose. And look at this, there's a huge army here, and they're just wandering everywhere. And these little Corruptors are going to be no more. Goodbye, Corruptors. Oh, nope, they're just going to forget about them. And go for an offensive here. Burn out a couple of these. And it's pretty much lost. It's GG at the moment. Because that's his whole army. And unless he magically spawns a huge army, which Zerg can actually do, then yeah, it's GG. Good game. Goodbye. So, anyway, I guess that shows you that although it's valuable for Zerg to expand, if you don't commit into those expands, and then you don't have enough to do everything with that, then it probably won't work out for you. And that was Gnomes Are Yummy. Goodbye.